Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the iPad Pro is pretty damn big. But is it too big? Hello guys, how are you? David Franco here from davidfranco.com. Now, answer me that question right below. Is the iPad Pro too big? Be honest. I mean, sometimes I say, yeah, it's a huge bitch. I mean, especially when you're trying to hold it on your freaking lap and you're trying to get stuff done. It's huge. Now, with that said, I've gotten used to the huge assness of the iPad Pro, and I honestly love it, especially when using it on my desk. I mean, when you connect the smart keyboard to it, the iPad Pro, in my opinion, can be quite the productive and creative device. And that's exactly why I bought myself both the Apple Pencil and the smart keyboard. Those devices, in my eyes, really extend the usability of the iPad Pro and the kind of market it's intended for. Creatives like myself, people who enjoy being creative, people who enjoy being productive, and people who enjoy making money with the money that they spend on gadgets. And yes, that does make sense. As I like to say, you gotta spend money to make money. Let's talk about the iPad Pro. You got some exposure adjustments going there. Apple announced a brand new iPad Pro in today's keynote. You're not seeing this until Tuesday. But yeah, I mean, it's exactly what I wanted out of today's keynote. A smaller version of the current iPad Pro, but with actually some surprising spec boosts. I didn't expect them to do certain things that they did. But anyway, let's back up a bit. Let's go through the list. I have my notes right here. Holy sun. Wow, it is all over the place. Clearly, there's a lot of clouds outside today. That's okay though. You guys don't care about that, right? As long as I present myself the way I want to. I actually just realized my other lamp isn't on. Hold on. There you go. I guess I should have had that on for my other video. Alright, getting back on track. I'm very easily distracted. So Apple did indeed announce a 9.7-inch iPad Pro. The display, get this, is 40% less reflective than the display on the iPad Air 2. iPad, I said that kind of weird. 40% less reflective. That can actually be very important to creatives like myself. I mean, for instance, when you're using the iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil on your lap, chances are pretty damn good you're going to be tossing and turning that device a lot. So the less light that you can reflect on your display, the better, right? Of course. But even better, the iPad Pro, the new one, is 25% brighter than the iPad Air 2. And actually, it's the brightest tablet available on the market today. Technically March 31st. You know what I mean? But seriously, 25% brighter and the brightest tablet ever? That's not bad, especially if you prefer to use your tablet outside. Okay, so the new iPad Pro uses a True Tone display, Apple calls it, and I apologize if I get any of these facts wrong. Just go to apple.com, you can read everything yourself, watch the keynote yourself, but this is the note I took. True Tone display that measures brightness and temperature in environment. So apparently this technology uses a variety of sensors to not only measure the brightness of the ambient lights in your environment, but the temperature as well. This might be somewhat similar to the night shift mode coming out in iOS 9.3. But from what I could tell during the keynote, it looks like technology that could help you and keep your eyes from straining less. So hey, that's a win-win in my eyes. Now, just like the previous iPad Pro, the new 9.7-inch version does indeed use the 4-speaker system, and let me tell you, if you have not heard the iPad Pro speakers in person, what are you waiting for? Get to an Apple store, go to Best Buy, or go to a friend's house. You need to see an iPad Pro in person and listen to its audio, because let me tell you this, the speakers for a tablet are downright incredible. They're actually better than the speakers on my MacBook Pro. What does that tell you? Seriously, they sound good. Really freaking good. And I'm so glad Apple is bringing that similar audio setup over to the smaller iPad Pro. Alright, moving on. I just love that audio. The new iPad Pro does indeed support Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Okay, Google. Xbox on. Alexa. Hello. Siri just called me an inbred dickwad. Don't ask. Now, Apple did introduce a brand new smart keyboard for the new iPad Pro, which is basically this, but obviously smaller, and of course Apple Pencil support is there. And honestly guys, that's exactly what I wanted out of today's keynote, because I will be keeping my current iPad Pro because one, it was a very generous gift at Christmas time from my parentals. Thank you, Mom and Dad, I appreciate it. And two, this larger iPad Pro is more of my productivity device because I'm using a smart keyboard. I use it for blogging as well as a variety of other things. But sometimes I want something a little smaller, more on the go, but larger than my iPad mini and something with Apple Pencil support. And well, there you go. That's exactly what the new iPad Pro is going to do. It gives me the things that I love about the larger iPad Pro, but in a more realistic and on-the-go form factor. So thank you, Apple. That's all I wanted today, and you gave me just that. Now, the cameras on the iPad Pro are actually pretty advanced, and the eyesight just happens to be the most advanced iPad camera yet. It's 12 megapixels, it uses a True Tone flash, and it shoots 4K video. Now, some people may think holding up a tablet may look ridiculous when trying to shoot photos or take videos, which I can agree to a certain extent, but hey, who the hell are we to judge? It's your iPad. If you want to take photos, and as long as you're not bothering those around you, who cares? Take photos, shoot video, knock yourself out. But Apple was very important to say this during the keynote. You can use the cameras on large-sized iPads for professional purposes. So keep that in mind. You may not use your iPad the same as other people may use their iPads. It's all relative. And now for the front-facing camera, the FaceTime HD camera is 5 megapixels, which isn't bad. Now let's talk pricing. How much is this brand new iPad Pro selling for? Well, you can get the 32GB for $599, which I don't think is too crazy. And the 128GB sells for $749, which I don't think is crazy either. I mean, I'll be selling my iPad mini for, I'm hoping to sell that for between $300 and $400, which should cover a good majority of my iPad Pro cost, because well, that's exactly the model that I'll be going for, 128GB. In my eyes, that's plenty. However, if you need more storage, 256GB is now an option. And Apple, I give you props for that. 256GB of storage on our tablet with Apple Pencil support and the smart keyboard. This is getting closer and closer to being a true notebook replacement. We're not there yet. Please, I said closer. I didn't say we're there yet, but we're certainly getting closer. So anyway, that sells for $899. I don't think that's too crazy, guys. That's not too crazy, especially if you're looking to use your iPad Pro for pro purposes. I emphasize that because obviously the iPad Pro is not for everybody. So just like the iPhone SE, it's going to be available on March 31st, which is actually, I think, next Thursday. So yeah, I will be ordering mine. That actually gives me a week to sell my current iPad mini for the new iPad Pro. Hey, why not? So guys, overall, my opinion on the new iPad Pro, I'm gonna say it again, it's exactly what I wanted, but more. I mean, I didn't expect it to shoot 4K video, which could be a nice bonus because hey, you never know when you need to shoot 4K video and you don't want to use your phone. And the new advancements in the display are definitely nice. Again, 40% less reflective than the iPad Air 2, 25% brighter than the iPad Air 2, and it uses a True Tone display to accurately measure the ambient brightness and temperature of your environment. And I think that's pretty damn cool. So guys, overall, I'm very happy. I will be ordering one. I'll be going to mid-range. I don't need 256GB of storage. That's a bit crazy for my usage. But 128GB, hey, that's plenty. So guys, what are your thoughts on the new iPad Pro? Is it ridiculous? Is it awesome? Is it exactly what you expected? Or do you just not care? Comment right below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Your support means a lot to me, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.